Hello and welcome to day 16 of Vlogmas. I'm a mess. I'm in the middle of making cookies, which I'm going to tell you about in a couple minutes. My hair is a wreck, and I managed to bleach my shirt in a couple spots, well, over in here. Yeah, it's been a morning. So anyway, so I thought before I got started, I would tell you the little history with these cookies. I haven't made them in quite a few years. The cookies are a recipe from a lady at a church that I grew up going to. My daughter still attends that church, and the lady's name was Mrs. Knight. And I never called her by her first name. She was Mrs. Knight. And we started going to that church when I was, I think, 13. She seemed like she was old then, but I don't think so. I think she was probably in her late 50s, early 60s. She lived to be in her 90s. She has since passed away. But when I was a teenager, she had me over to her house a couple times for different things that we had going on, and my parents were there and stuff. But she had a farmhouse with like wooden floors. It was probably over 100 years old. And she had these handmade rugs all throughout the house that were braided wool rugs that she had made. I think some of them her mother had made. And I mean, they weren't little rugs. Some of them were throw rugs. Some of them were like the entire size of the room. I mean, they were huge. But she showed me that. And then she also was a quilter. And up on the beds up in the bedrooms all had handmade quilts on them that were absolutely gorgeous. And then she showed me this chest that she had, like a hope chest, and she opened that up and it was just full of quilt after quilt after quilt that she had made. So she was a real, a crafty person. She would have fit in with our bunch very well. But Mrs. Knight also had been a tap dancer when she was younger. And I remember coming around the corner when my kids were little. My son was taking tap dance lessons. I think he was about 5 at the time. He was in kindergarten. And she and my son were tap dancing in the basement of the church. She could still do splits when she was in her 60s. I used to be able to do splits. I'd probably really hurt myself if I tried to do it now. But yeah, she could still do that. She was tap dancing with my son. She was a character. She was very, very funny. And yeah, the story of these cookies, they're molasses cookies, like little ginger snaps. And she would make them like real tiny, and she would fill up a whole tin of these things. My dad was the choir director, and Mrs. Knight brought a whole tin of these cookies in for the choir to enjoy while we're trying to have choir practice. My dad finally had to ban the cookies from choir practice because all of us were eating the cookies, and then he went to have us sing, and it was like a Polly want a cracker moment. We couldn't sing because our mouths were full of cookies, and yeah, the cookies got banned from choir after that. But anyway, they're very good. And so I am going to share a clip here of me making them, and you'll see what they are. And I will put a link down below that will give you the recipe for these cookies. So you can see how worn this old church directory, or this church cookbook is. It's been well loved and well used, and there's stuff spilled all over the place. But this recipe here is the one I'm going to make. I will put a link down below in the description box with the recipe in there for you. So let me show you what you're going to need. You're going to need shortening, sugar, flour, ginger, molasses, cinnamon, and salt, and then additional sugar to roll the cookies in. I'm going to have to get more sugar. I don't use sugar all that often, and I'm starting to run out of it. I have plenty for the cookies, but I am running out of it. So you start off with 2 cups of sugar. Throw a little extra in there because that wasn't full all the way. And then you're going to put add to that 1.5 cups of Crisco. So here's 1 cup. I haven't used Crisco for a long time either. there's one. And then it gets another half. Okay, and there's the other half. And you're going to cream these together, and I'm using a pastry blender to do that. So then to the creamed mixture, I'm going to add 2 eggs. I forgot to tell you that in the ingredients. But yeah, there's 2 eggs. So there's 1. And 2. I'm going to stir those in. Then we add 1½ teaspoons of cinnamon. And I have this thing from Pampered Chef, so it like adjusts, which is kind of cool. I think you can probably get it other places other than Pampered Chef. But it calls for 1½ teaspoons. It doesn't have to be exact. So anyway, there's 1. And there's a half. And it calls for 1½ teaspoons of ginger. Which I'm going to have to do this because it won't fit in there. So we'll just hope that I get it right. There's the half. And there's the teaspoon. Okay. Then we add a ½ cup of dark molasses, and this is one I got at an Amish market. It's Golden Barrel, and it's blackstrap molasses. So I'm going to put in, this is 16 ounces, so I'm going to put in 1/4 of this container. So there we go, and that's going to get mixed in here. Was trying to do that left-handed, and I'm not left-handed. Okay. We're going to mix that together. Now you can make this and refrigerate it overnight and then go from there, but I'm not. I'm going to be making the cookies at the same time. Okay, and to this you are going to add 4 cups of flour. So I have a 1/2 cup scoop here, so because my other one's dirty at this point from the molasses and I don't want it all sticky all over the place. So there's a 1/2 cup. One cup. So I've got 3 in here so far. I'm going to stir this because I kind of eyeball it. If it looks like it's getting too dry, then I won't put all 4 cups in. Yeah, I'm looking at this and I'm thinking it's not going to want any more flour than what I've got in there at this point. So now I'm going to be pinching off little bits. Now Mrs. Knight made them just marble size. I'm going to make them a little bit bigger than that. So you give them a roll and then you roll them in sugar and you put them on here, and then you bake them at 325 for about 10 minutes or until they're done. So I'll show you what they look like when they come out. So the cookies are done. Dave's already taste tested one. I haven't. Here's what it looks like. These do not look the same as hers because hers had like crinkly tops and it had a definite bite to it, like a ginger snap. So I'm gonna give it a taste. I tasted the dough, and the dough, Dave's going in for a second tasting over there. I caught him. So we're gonna see what we think. Yeah, those are good. The dough doesn't taste that great. The dough tasted like there was something missing, but when I'm tasting them, I'm tasting them when I'm eating them. You know, after it's been cooked, this definitely tastes close to what hers were. Hers were a little crunchier, mine are a little puffy, but they will definitely work. So with a nice hot cup of tea. And I've got lots of tea to choose from, so. So let's get started with day 16. I think we'll start with the tea today. And it's funny, last night I actually sat down and I used 2 of the tea bags and make a great big tea, big hot tea cup thing of the orange cream, not the one with the green tea. This was the black tea, but it was an orange cream. It was actually very, very good. I used 2 tea bags because the tea thing is like a 40-ounce thing of hot water, but it was really good. So let's see what we have today. So I have number 16, and I did not scope out ahead of time to see where that's at. I found it. It's down here at the Christmas tree. I actually got it open easier today. Oh, this one sounds really good. This is one I will probably like. It is chocolate caramel black tea. That sounds kind of yummy. So there it is. We have 2 tea bags, of course. So yeah, I'll be getting into that later. And let's see, running out of room on my table. We'll do day 16 of the mini skeins, and here is what the lighthouse looks like. My phone just dinged, just ignore that. and we'll see what the yarn is for today. Oh, it's pretty. Here's what it looks like. There, you can see it. Took me a while to get it to focus. But yeah, it's got like pinks. You can see some pinks and blues in it. Real pretty. And this is called, let's see, it came out of the mini skein set called Moody Blues, and this is called Deep Water. So it does have purples in it. I don't know how well the purples are showing up, but there's purples in it and pinks in there and different shades of blue. So really pretty. Excuse me. And now we will open day 16 of the acrylic yarn. It's not as exciting, but you know, it's there, so we'll open it. So today's is like a Christmas red, which will come in handy when I do some Christmas stuff for next year. So yeah, it's a Christmas red for today. So I hope you have enjoyed this video, and I'm going to enjoy the cookies. So yeah, making them ahead of time. Well, not really ahead of time at this point. I don't dare make my cookies too far ahead of time because then the temptation to eat them is a little much. So yeah. Anyway, I'm getting them started because we have kids coming in just a couple of days, a few days, not a couple of days, but a few days. So we must have Christmas cookies ready. So there we go. I will see you again tomorrow. Thanks for watching. Bye, everybody.